episode 50. It's been 50 episodes.
Some of the guests that we've had on, like Olympians,
Keith Brantley,
Rob Dalto, who's run all the majors,
Sim Sultanov.
Have y'all been starstruck from any guests that we've had so far?
I mean,
just Craig Engels. I think that was the one that got me the most. I know I talked about it on that episode. I felt like I was being catfished.
What happens when three runners
from different parts of the country
with different running stories
all get together?
Pure
RunTok
madness.
So listen in as we talk about all things running related.
And some things that maybe aren't running related.
As it's bound to be a good time. This is
RunTok Live.
How you doing, everyone? Welcome to episode 50, the long-awaited, long-anticipated episode 50 of RunTok Live. How y'all doing tonight, Carolyn and Jake?
I feel like we need like birthday party hats or like, you know, those like not kazoo things.
Streamers?
Yeah, that thing. Okay, yes.
Right.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got something.
You got a cowbell? You got
a cowbell?
God. Can't get enough cowbell.
I was going to say, I got a cowbell somewhere.
Yeah, we need more cowbell. I have like...
Need more cowbell.
I have a race.
We always need more cowbell.
I mean...
Where's your cow? I know you guys all have a cowbell from Chicago Marathon.
Chicago Marathon? I don't know if I got one from Chicago. I've got them around here somewhere. My wife's probably got them stashed away in places.
She's probably hiding them. Like, get rid of these damn cowbells.
Yeah. Man, I would be using the cowbell during taper. Like, if I can't get off the couch, just cowbell, asking my husband for extra water or something.
Water over here.
Is that why
more cowbell?
Is that why at the expo in Chicago, your husband like breezed you past the cowbell table? He's like, nope, just keep going, Carolyn.
He absolutely walked. Didn't get a picture with it, the cute little Ferris wheel, nothing. Just walked right past it.
Well, 50, man. I think it was Disney's 50th anniversary, or Disney World or something, their 50th anniversary. Not too long. I see 50 on all their Disney stuff right now. So
yeah. I think that was not too long ago. Yeah, but I can't believe it's been 50 episodes. Like that's.
You know, I was thinking the other day, like some of the guests that we've had on, like we've had Olympians, we've had these, you know, Rob Dalto, who's run all the majors. Like we've done some cool things on this podcast.
We've had some really cool guests. Keith Brantley, who've had, oh man, you name it.
Sim Sultanov.
We had
a big Florida presence. Keith Brantley, Sim Sultanov, Jeff Tomaszewski. Our guest that we're about to have our next episode, which we can talk about later. Big Florida presence. I didn't even think about that until I'm saying it out loud now.
Right.
I know. Have y'all been starstruck from any guests that we've had so far?
I mean,
just Craig Engels. I think that was the one that got me the most. Even though I'm the one that met the guy, I met the guy in person. It was still like, I know I talked about it on that episode. I felt like I was being catfished. No way.
I mean, in respect to every single person we've had on, of course, like everyone's brought something totally awesome to this podcast. Craig Engels obviously is probably the biggest name right now that we, in the running community that we've had on. And then Keith Brantley is probably the most successful runner that we've had on. He's been to the Olympics twice. Like so that was pretty neat, and just hearing his insight. My favorite thing, if we're recapping, was seeing Keith Brantley's video when he showed us his shoes that were literally just right behind him that he ran the trials in. I remember how he told us he had to drill holes into the bottom of the shoes so that the sweat would ooze out of there when he was running. It just lets you know how far technology has gone since his day.
Had the whole story about his trials race and everything was just great from start to finish. Like with the guy that won the trials that was puking in front of him, and then Keith Brantley shared his story about his hydration and his nutrition and the shoes. Like, it was just a really good episode. And obviously hearing from an Olympian is great.
Chase's favorite quote comes from Keith Brantley.
Yep.
The solution
to pollution is dilution. Yeah.
I don't know. Carolyn, do you have a favorite moment?
I don't know. I feel like I would have to go back, but I feel like, once we started, we were so excited. We're like, we need to have everybody on. And I really liked how our viewers were like, we actually like you guys a lot. And I think it was just kind of that transition from like figuring out what worked and being like, you know what? We can shoot the breeze, man. Like, if you give us an hour, we'll talk about movies. We'll talk about Brooks. We'll talk about, so many things. So I think my favorite moments have been the transitions, between topics or just catching up.
I mean, Carolyn got married during our tenure as a podcast team.
Yeah, and y'all even recorded on my honeymoon. I mean, I recorded on the wrong day or showed up on the wrong day, but it's fine. But yeah, weird. And we saw, Chase and Jake qualify for Boston so many times, and, the meetups. Just, it's wild.
Yeah, we got to actually meet each other in Chicago. You guys both came to Indianapolis one time.
Yeah.
Since we've been doing this, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a great time.
Carolyn, when are you going to come to Florida? Chase has been here. I've been to Indianapolis. You've been to the only place you haven't been is to my hometown.
Listen, I would love to go, honestly. The only thing is, I don't have the biggest urge to go to Disney World per se, but I do want to go back to Florida.
I think Universal Studios. There's SeaWorld.
I think I'm thinking Gate River 26 has a good ring to it.
It's an incredible race. That's all I can say. Yeah. Every state has their one incredible race, and Gate River is Florida's incredible race over Disney, hands down.
And what else? You guys got the Donna in Jacksonville, right?
We got the Donna Marathon and the Ameris Marathon. Those are the two Jacksonville marathons. We have the Daytona 100, which is a pretty big ultra here. It goes from Jacksonville to Daytona. And then we have the Gate River Run, which is the largest 15K in the country. And then we have all the Disney runs, which you either love them or you hate them, or something.
And you've never been down to Miami for their marathon or anything, right?
I haven't been down there for that. There's also we have Gainesville, which, previously it still is like one of the best running schools out there. And then Gasparilla, if you've heard of that one, they have, it's kind of like Disney where they have a 5K, 10K, then they have a half marathon, and they have an ultra all in their weekend. And that's kind of a big party event that they got. And I've never done it, but I want to say it's the Tampa area.
Yeah, I think Gate River next year sounds like a lot of fun.
Do it. You'll get people throwing you donut holes while you're in the race. You got to catch them with your mouth.
That sounds right up my alley.
They're not allowed to say that they have alcohol on the course. So the booths that have alcohol, they don't promote it as alcohol. They promote it as not water, and it'll just say not water.
Not water.
That's so funny.
So yeah, it's good stuff. It's a good time. It really is. But man, 50. We're old. We're old now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and as we've been promising for the last few episodes, we are going to do a giveaway. We're getting about, what are we, like 8 minutes into this episode, so we better say something about it before we get going too far. So Jake and I have both committed to a $50 gift card. Jake, you're going $50 to Alter Ego. Yep. I'm going to do $50 to First Form, and we're going to do two separate giveaways. We're going to do one on Instagram, and we're going to do one on TikTok, because that's where we met. That's where we got our start, was on TikTok. And it's pretty simple. We're going to post a video or maybe even a picture on Instagram, and you have to what was it? Share it.
Like it.
Like it, share it. Tell us your favorite episode or your favorite guest, and tag a friend. And tag a friend in those comments. So, and we'll pick out a lucky winner, and we'll get some gift cards coming your way.
So we'll do that on Instagram, and then we'll do the same thing on TikTok as well.
Yeah.
And get that out there. But I'm just thinking about this too. That $50 is going to go technically a little further than $50 because we both have discount codes, I think, that they can use, right? Do you have a discount code?
I don't have a discount code for First Form, but you can use my link, and I do offer a give back with the commission that I earn on that. So,
and then I do have a discount code with Alter Ego that you could use in addition to that $50. So, wearing my Alter Ego hat right now. I think, are you too, Chase?
Yeah, my American flag one.
I'm gonna get you one, Carolyn. Next birthday, you're getting an Alter Ego hat.
It's not that I don't like hats. I just can't wear them when I run, or like my hair is too high up to wear a hat.
That reminds me. So separately, I sent you those like AI pictures that I was trying to generate of us. I don't know, Chase, you had a chance to look at those. When I was doing it, and I'm trying to describe exactly what I want. So I'm like, okay, I want you have to type it in full detail. So I'm saying, I want the word RunTok Live, RunTok in all capitals, 3 people. It's going to be 2 men, 1 woman. The 2 men will be wearing backwards hats. 1 man will be wearing glasses. The guy with glasses will be the tallest person of the 3. The girl will be the shortest. And I'm trying to get as descriptive as possible. And they got pretty close on most of them. There was one where
AI has just come so far just since we started this podcast, right? Since the first episode of this podcast, because I remember real early on, I was trying to do the exact same thing, but I wasn't coming up with anything close to the results that you were. So
the only thing I had to manually add was I put our names, like on some of them, I put our names on the shirts, and I had to just do that we'll have a little like art app on my phone where I was able to do it. Because every time I tried to say, and their names will be this, this, and this, it would only put it above their head. Like I wanted it on their shirt or on their hat or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
and I love in one of the pictures, we're running in jeans. I'm like, does this mean we need to do a jean mile? Is that what I'm taking from that?
I don't know that I could do a jean mile.
But these pictures are good. I'll post them to our Instagram because I think you did a great job. Or AI did a good job.
I did a great job on adding our names to the shirts. That's all. That's all I did. And then I typed a lot. That's what I did.
Nice.
So yeah, it's fun. I have this app. I pay for it now. It's like $49 a year. But I was like, you know what? Because I'm also redesigning my coaching logo for like my own coaching company that I have. And that's where it started. And then I'm kind of helping put together another race here in Fleming Island. And so I was coming up with some like ideas for our shirts and stuff. And so that's how it started. I was like, you know what, let's mess around with RunTok Live. Let's see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
So it was fun. But is it hot there in Texas now, Carolyn?
So it's weird. We're actually getting a spring, which I am shocked. Like today it was supposed to be 89 degrees, but it never felt super, super warm. Like we're getting a lot of wind. Right now it is isolated thunderstorms in 79 degrees, but 70s and 80s, and it's very pleasant.
Yeah, it was 80 something here today, but like it felt warmer than 80.
Now, what is a Florida spring? Like, is it 80s, 90s? What are you guys used to in the spring?
It'll be 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, but and humid. You know, and then our summers will like one thing people always think it gets like dreadfully hot here. And we do get our hot days, but it's not like Texas hot where it'll get in triple digits, a lot, right? Here it doesn't. Like it gets into the low to mid 90s, sometimes high 90s, but the humidity is what just destroys everything. And a mid 90 feels like 110 with the humidity.
Chase, are you laughing in the middle of a snowman? Like, are you laughing into like your little mittens?
No, I don't have my gloves on. Spring. I live in Indiana, so it's kind of. I have days where I experience all 4 seasons in a single day. So like it's spring is, I would say it's spring right now. And we are looking at, like right now it's 50 degrees and 40s, 50s. I think that's spring weather.
Yeah, no thank you. That's too cold.
It's fantastic. I love it.
I think since Texas is so warm, I appreciated winter running. Like I really got used to it, and now it's warm.
No. I do have to tell you guys not to flip the script. I ran a fun race this weekend. Of course I did, because I race every weekend, I feel like. But it's the Chick-fil-A 5K. And I think I've talked about this before. The cool thing they do is they give the winners a year supply of Chick-fil-A. So I won it 2 years ago. I won the year supply of Chick-fil-A. And they actually give you, it's 1 card per day. So you get a stack of cards. Like that's how they give it to you. I didn't win it this time because it's top 3 males, top 3 females overall, and then they do top masters male and top masters female. I did not get top masters male. I was 3rd masters male. But it's just fun. And then the cow is out there from Chick-fil-A, and you take your picture with him. And this race sold out, and it's where I have my fastest Florida 5K times. Are both my sub-18s are on this course.
So, do you want to know a fun fact? When I was in college, I worked at Chick-fil-A, and I'm trying to find the picture, but I was actually the Chick-fil-A cow.
What?
No joke. I'll find it. But yeah, I was going to a elementary school or whatever, and they needed a person to be the cow, and I was like, I'll do it. So I dressed up as the Chick-fil-A cow.
That would have been a great trivia question. Among Chase, Jake, and Carolyn, who was the Chick-fil-A cow?
Oh my lord. I was so, yep.
Why is that cow so short?
We don't judge children. Just hug the cow, okay? It was really warm in there, man.
No doubt.
I bet.
Oh.
Carolyn you're just now telling us this?
It brought up.
Known you for how long now, and I'm just now learning you were the Chick-fil-A cow?
Yeah, that should be like a part, like when people ask for a fun fact or like at a party, you're like, oh, it's Chick-fil-A cow. Like, it was pretty chill.
It should be a part of your introduction. It should be in your bio.
Oh my gosh, yeah, put that on the resume.
Carolyn McDuff Levenway, multiple marathon runner, run streaker, former Chick-fil-A cow.
They won't even notice they're running. They'll be like, tell me about the cow. But good for you, Jake, on winning it 2 years ago and running for fun, because I understand that's really, really hard, especially when you're training for Boston and you're used to running for this competitive, running team.
I mean, I did an 18:24. I had more gas in the tank at the end. 18:24, if you punch that into VDOT, I'm a huge VDOT person. I firmly believe in the data behind VDOT. If you punch that into VDOT, it says it's equivalent to a 254, like 37 marathon. I don't know, like I just want to run under 257, which is what I ran in Indianapolis. But I mean, 254 would be fantastic. I'll take that. So we'll see.
I realized something this past week. After talking about Carolyn getting into New York. Of course, I've been taking this year off, right? Like I did Boston, Berlin, Chicago. So I was going to do one per year, but I was taking a year off. But London and Tokyo are both in the spring, and I'm not going to be saving up it's too soon. So I'm not. Those are off the table for next year. So I've kind of been tentatively looking at New York. I'm like, oh, New York's the best option. It's in the fall. It's at the end of the year. More time to save up. Okay. Then I realized I was looking at the qualifications. I'd have to run a qualifying time this year if I want to qualify for New York next year. And they're not going to be able to do half marathons anymore. So if I want to do New York next year, I'm going to have to do a full this year sometime.
How do you feel about that?
Indianapolis.
I guess there's Indianapolis, yeah.
It's really funny. I mean, you say you don't want to do something, and then the universe, God, whatever, is like, you want to hear a joke? So, I mean, I feel like, do you feel like you've taken enough time off running, or do you still feel like you need more time?
So I've kind of gotten that. I think I talked about it on here before. I've gotten that itch. I'm ready to get back into it. I did build a somewhat like shotgun training plan for my hometown half next month. Okay. So we'll see how that goes. I'm putting in some workouts right now, but obviously I'm not working with Paul anymore, so that's not happening. But we'll see how this goes, and maybe I can knock out a marathon training plan for the Monumental in the fall.
What time do you need to qualify for New York?
It was like 2:58, I think.
Okay.
Nothing terribly fast, but that hasn't been a sure thing in the last year or two. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Well, it used to be harder to qualify for New York time-wise than Boston, but then Boston just changed their standards. So I don't know, like where they rank, I guess, and for as far as difficulty goes. Men's standard.
Well, they don't have it they have it tiered, but they don't have it tiered by like. It's just tiered differently than Boston.
And it is a 2:58 for me and you. It bumps to, for me, actually, because it's based on how old you will be at the marathon, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I will be 45 at that point in time. So it bumps to 3:05 for me, which is a 7-minute bump. It's actually a pretty significant bump. If you look at the bumps prior to that, the 18 to 34 is a 2:53, then 35 to 39. It's only a 2-minute bump, 2:55. 40 to 44, 3-minute bump, 2:58, and then it's a 7-minute bump after that. And then it's a 9-minute bump, and then the rest are all like 9, 11, like it bumps up pretty significantly after that. So I'll take that. I'll take that extra 7 minutes.
Yeah. So, yeah, who knows? I might do a marathon this year. Who knows?
Listen, I'm calling. I think you're gonna do it. You know that quote in Dodgeball? I know you. You know that I know you. We know you, man.
Well, speaking of marathons, guys, this is the news that I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Did you see that Kipchoge announced his next marathon that he's doing?
I didn't. What's he doing?
Doing
Sydney, right? Yeah, he's doing Sydney.
What?
Yeah, Kipchoge's doing Sydney 2025.
Oh my god. Wait, is he also doing London?
He did London.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yep.
Wow.
So I don't know. I'm excited,
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that I want to watch him run until he's 80. Like I just want to see him do it. Like he's inspiring. Is he the Kipchoge he was 5 years ago? No, but he's still pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was worried because his last marathon, did he DNF? Or
I honestly don't know. I didn't.
Right. Because
watch.
I remember he stopped and like threw his shoes into the crowd, and I thought he was just going to retire then.
Was that Boston last year?
Oh, it might have been. But
I don't know that he would. Like, what does a runner ever really retire? Like, what's retire? Like, to me, retirement is you're no longer going to be a paid runner,
yeah.
But I feel like you still run, like you still go out and do races. Like, I don't think Kipchoge is ever going to just quit running the marathon for the rest of his life. I think he's just going to. He's acknowledging that his age is going to catch up to him, and he's no longer going to be that high level runner. It's high level, right? He's always going to be better than us, but that I don't know. That's just how I feel. But I just thought that was pretty cool. Sydney is on the top of my list of the majors ahead of Tokyo and Berlin, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Even prior to Sydney becoming a major, the city of Sydney has been a city that's kind of been on my bucket list that I want to visit and go to. And that's really what it is. Like, Berlin has never been a bucket list city for me. Tokyo, I've been to, not like long term. I've never raced there, but it's never been a huge deal. And I've never done the New York Marathon, and I've lived in New York. It's just never been a priority for me. Sydney would be cool because it's a place that I actually legitimately want to go and spend some time at and visit.
I'm mad because when Sydney was applying for its candidacy, if you raced during that candidacy, you would have gotten automatic entry into Sydney. And I was like, dang, that's a surefire way to get into those marathons, like especially when South Africa does it, when
China.
Yeah. Just getting on those initial candidacy lists, and you just get, automatic entry again. But I mean, if you want to do them again.
Yeah. And Chase, if you were wondering, it still shows the half marathon standard to get into New York, but it's highlighted in red.
Yeah, it's because 2000. This is the last year that you were able to use a half marathon. I think it says on there somewhere that 2024 was the last year that you can use a half marathon time or something like that. 2024, 2025, something like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So half marathon times will only be accepted if achieved at a New York Roadrunner half marathon. So you have to run one of their half marathons for it to qualify. Applications for non-New York Roadrunner time qualifiers will only be accepted with full marathon times. So it used to be you could qualify with a half marathon time outside of NYRR. Now you can't. You can only qualify the half marathon time if you run one of those races. Obviously, only locals, for the most part, are going to be doing that. And they have other ways to get in, too. I think we talked about it. If you run a certain number of their races, you can get into the New York Marathon.
They've tightened up those two. Like, you can only do I think you can only do, 2 virtual now.
Yeah.
And the rest of them have to be in person.
In person?
Yeah.
And it's even becoming harder to get the 9+1 because there's so many New York runners.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll eventually get to New York, too, and doing it. And that's...
Yeah.
Outside of qualifying, logistically, that's a pretty easy one for me because I have family there. That's one I can make happen pretty smoothly. So I don't know. It's just not a top marathon destination place for me right now. I want to do Grandma's too. I really want to get up to Grandma's.
Grandma's would be one that I'd like a little redemption for sure.
Go get your shirt.
Get my finisher shirt. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sore subject there.
Well, and when you get there, they have that table that sells the finisher shirts from previous years for like $5.
Go ahead and buy one. I'll just take one and run off with it and be like, "This is mine. I trained for this."
I have an IOU right here. Just pull it out of the briefcase with your mittens.
With your mittens.
Another movie reference for movie nerds out there, but anyway. Oh, man.
Guys, I finally have the perfect evening to watch Without Limits.
You've had 2 weeks since we last talked about it.
No, you've had 2.5 years.
Perfect evenings for it.
You've had 2 years since we talked about
I never remember until the night of a podcast. And my husband, for the listeners, my husband's out of town. And I was like, what do I want to watch this evening? Hockey is not on. I'm not really focused on March Madness. I'm watching it, but I don't have a bracket or anything. But I can watch Without Limits. Okay.
We should do a full-on Without Limits rewatch episode.
We do, and we're going to quiz you, so you need to be taking notes.
Sign me up, man. Without Limits. It's going on the watch list.
The pop quiz. What does Steve Prefontaine remember that he reads off the tombstone in the graveyard where he's running with Monica Potter in there?
All right.
He goes, I know every tombstone in here.
Listen, this is not Jeopardy. This is going to watch a little. Because you know what? I keep bringing this up, but when y'all told me to watch Idiocracy, I can never forgive you guys. I feel
great movie.
Sure.
It's such a great movie.
Fantastic movie.
Oh my gosh, I feel so dumb. And y'all have me quoting what's the Gatorade type crap?
Plants love it. It's electrolytes. It's good for plants. Plants love it.
Oh man. So if I don't like this movie, it's strike 2 for y'all. All right.
This movie is a good movie. It's got actors and actresses that you will recognize.
Okay.
3 at least that you better recognize.
Okay.
And
you got it wrong there, Carolyn. If you don't like this movie, this is strike 2 on you.
Yeah.
You didn't like Idiocracy. That's your
100%.
Oh yikes! But no, it's on Prime Video and Apple TV right now, so I will get on it.
How does the movie end, Carolyn?
Let me get back to you. Let me get back to you.
It only has one ending. You should.
I don't want. I hope it doesn't end with Steve's passing.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's so sad.
That was a trick question. Yes.
Spoiler alert.
I was going to say Steve doesn't make it.
Don't Wikipedia Steve Prefontaine before you watch the movie.
Literally had the page pulled up. Oh, this is so sad.
No, but there's just so many cool things in that movie, like seeing how Nike became Nike, even though it's only a small reference in the movie, but it's there. The famous waffle, usage of the waffle iron to make the Nike shoes, what's the one, Chase, you got to help me on this, when Bill Bowerman in the movie is doing his speech to his whole team. He's got the team sitting up on the bleachers. He's talking about them, and he references the size of someone's.
Well, it's yeah, because the war thing was starting on campus, so there was protests and things going on. So Bill Bowerman told all the track athletes that they couldn't be a part of any of the wartime protests and whatnot. And they had to cut their hair in order to separate themselves from looking like all the hippies that were doing. So then when they were trying to decide on how long the hair should be, it was no hair longer than your dick, so everybody has to get a haircut except for Bob.
And they're like, why Bob? And then he's like,
and his answer was God's will. God's will.
Such a great movie.
Great movie, yes.
Wait.
He has a couple references like that where he just uses some terms to like the one where he teaches Prefontaine about his running form.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, I won't say it on here. It's got to be somewhat clean, but
oh man,
I don't know. We don't have kids that listen to this podcast, do we? Like,
possibly. I don't know.
Carolyn, go with this.
No, because the more you talk about it, the less I have to truly focus on the movie. And I'm hoping it turns into just this reenactment between you both. And I'm like, just
we probably could.
What's going to be great, now, really, honestly, what Chase said, don't Wikipedia it. Don't look at his past results. Because there is the big race at the end of the movie, which is the Munich Olympics. That is a pretty big deal. And I love how they did it in that movie. And the results are really cool. They're not, anyway, I'll just leave it at that. It's a cool race.
Okay. And I don't know a ton about Prefontaine. I mean, I know how he passed and stuff, but I mean, I don't know.
I can talk about that movie. Look at it. Here we are talking our entire podcast about Without Limits now.
It is such a good movie. Like I said, we should just do a rewatch podcast. When Carolyn finally watches it, then Jake and I can go rewatch it, and we can...
Listen, it's on the list for tonight, so you can check in tomorrow.
It's been on the list for years, I think, Carolyn.
Yeah.
Good point.
Did you watch McFarlane USA yet?
I started it. Yes.
That's another good one. Not as good Without Limits, but it's up there.
Yes. Yep. I did start that movie.
How can you start a movie and not finish it?
I watch it late at night and then I just fall asleep.
Just to be clear, Carolyn is on a run streak, not a movie watching streak. So,
okay, listen. You've just highlighted something for me, Chase. You're not the one constantly attacking me for my shoe brand for my movies. It's Jake. It is Jake.
Oh, me?
Yes. Ugh.
No, mostly just for your shoe brand because I absolutely despise them. Movies is just for fun. The shoe brand I legitimately don't like. So
no. Guess what I'm wearing today, and it's not Brooks.
There you go. I'm so proud of you.
We're gonna have to blur that out, right?
Oh God.
I got some new shoes. I got some new Hokas in the mail yesterday.
Ooh, wait, which one are those?
Mach 6.
Yeah. Nice. I have the Mach 6s. Are those all whites?
They got like a goldish tint on the top here.
Gotcha. Yeah, mine look almost exactly the same, except it's got red. The Hoka's in red stitching. And I picked up the Nova Blast 5s, which are the Nova Blast have become some of my favorite trainers. Good shoes. And just so you know, Carolyn, I did not bring up Brooks this time. You did. So
I know. But it's speaking of Brooks, I need advice. So I am looking for a long run shoe. And if our listeners have any advice, let me know. Because I can really, yes, I'm partial to Brooks, but I can really run in whatever. So I don't know. I need advice.
What are you looking for in a long run shoe?
Yeah.
So, and let me preface, I've gotten fitted for shoes before. I have a kind of a flat-ish arch. I have a neutral foot, slightly pronating. I am right side dominant, and I'm okay with cushion.
I said the Nova Blast, and I still think that's a good all-around long-run shoe.
Okay.
Neutral shoe. It's inexpensive-ish, I should say. It's not
under 2, yeah.
Yeah. And like I have been running in the Endorphin Speed 3s and the Glycerin Max. So that kind of, I know those are like 2 opposite ends, but I can really wear whatever.
Not necessarily. I think the Glycerin Max have more stack height, but I was intrigued by the Glycerin Maxes. The specs on those look all right. They don't have a real steep drop rate like a lot of Brooks's do. I always speak very highly of the Ghost Max 1. I really enjoyed that shoe. The Ghost Max 2, not so much. I don't know what it is about them, but I'm just not a big fan. I'll let you know about the Hoka Mox, but the Bondis have been pretty solid. I got the Bondi. These are the Bondi 8s. I think they're on the Bondi 9s now, but they're a little bit more snug. So if you got a wider foot, you may not like that one. But yeah, that's what if you could reach back and get a pair of the first gen Ghost Maxes, that would probably be my recommendation.
Perfect.
And the Hoka Mox are another one that I would add. Like Chase said, I'd add that to the list. And then, if you don't mind a little extra weight, but you like the cushion and comfort, the Fresh Foams.
I've heard. Yep.
Yeah, Fresh Foams are good. The 880s, they have several different series, but the 880s you can't really go wrong with.
The 880s are getting, the 880 model this year is getting a lot of good hype. So
yeah, it's a good one. They're a little on the heavier side because the Fresh Foam, it's just a heavier type of foam than like the Mach 6, which is probably of the ones that we just mentioned, is probably the lightest one out of all of those.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I had a pair of Fresh Foam more, I think the V4s a few years ago, and they were pretty, I liked them a lot. They're just really comfortable. Good. New Balance has I went through a few New Balance shoes that they probably had the most comfortable uppers there for like a couple of years. Like they just had some really comfortable shoes.
That's how the New Balance, the Fuel Cells, like the Fuel Cell Elites, those are great shoes. They're great tempo shoes too. Like they're good all around shoes. New Balance has put out some good stuff lately.
Yeah, I haven't had them all the Mox since I think the 3s, maybe even the 2s. So it's been a few years. They're good for long runs, and they're light enough that if you want to sprinkle in some tempo into your long runs, they work pretty well for that too.
When are you guys gonna fork over the money to get some of those crazy Puma racer shoes that we saw on display in Chicago? I can't even think of what the name is, but they look like Pogo 6 under shoes.
Yeah. My concern is the second you try and do anything close to a heel drop, you're up a creek, man. Like I feel like you would just fall.
Chase doesn't look super excited to try those.
I think your question was, when are you going to fork over the money for those shoes? And my answer is whenever they decide to cost less than $5.
When somebody pays you.
Whenever they don't cost any money at all, that's when I'm going to fork over the money for them.
One of these days, you'll go to a yard sale, you'll find them in the $2 shoe bin, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Then I'll fork over the money for them, yeah.
I want to try them. I would never pay for them, but
no,
I would love to put them on.
Do any of their professional athletes even wear them?
They're illegal. You can't run, like if they're professional athletes, they're not going to be able to wear them in the races that those professional athletes are running.
This would be a great question for Jake to ask Dakota. It's not Lindbergh anymore, but you know what I'm talking about. Because she's a Puma athlete, so
The weekend after Boston, I'll be there.
So keep
FaceTime.
keep that stored away in your brain cave there, Jake. Make sure to ask her if she's tried those shoes out.
Well, hopefully I can get an email or phone number and we can all ask her on a podcast.
There we go.
I feel like she would have to tread lightly with those.
All I'm saying, one of us was able to get Craig Ingalls on this show. Now I gotta try to one up that somehow. And I gotta get her. So, and he did it the hard way. He actually had to face him and ask him to join our podcast.
He was also with a world record holder now, Grant Fisher.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry not to go way off track of shoes again. The New York half took place.
Yes.
And was it Connor Mantz, right? He ran, broke his own record.
Yeah. By 2 seconds?
Oh wow, did he? I didn't see that.
But it didn't count because the course wasn't eligible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was something like that. Okay.
Like towards the end, and I don't remember who it was that was, someone told me about it, so I had to look it up on YouTube to find it. The person that was in front of him to try to stop Connor from passing him, he kept going like this, running sideways to block Connor. Connor eventually got him, but he was trying to hold him. He's trying to do whatever he could to hold him off.
That's so shady.
Yeah. I mean, it's causing you more effort too. If I'm the person that's weaving all over the place to try and keep the person behind me from going around me, I'm expending a lot of energy too, just trying to keep that person from going. I'm expending more energy doing that than that person is waiting for me to stop my shenanigans.
Yep. Yeah, but it looked like it was a good race.
Mm.
And again, I didn't watch it in real time. I ended up watching highlights afterwards, but it looked good.
Yeah. I need to catch up on Euros this past weekend. Or was it the Worlds? I think it might have been the Worlds, right? Was it the Worlds this past weekend for indoors?
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, it was Worlds.
I know our 4x4 team broke the indoor record.
Yeah. Ooh. Josh Hoey, your 800 guy won.
Yep. Yeah, there's been some good stuff.
Jakob won the 3,000, I think, I think he's won both of them already, the 15 and the 3.
We had USATF had the USATF Masters Indoor National Championships, and it was in Gainesville. I had a couple people here that I know that went down and competed with that. The president, her name is Joni of the Florida Striders, I'm on the board of directors for. She went down there. She ran, I know, the 10K. She did the 800. And then the wife of our high school coach, she went down there and ran and did well. She made it to the finals in the 800.
Was it just the Masters, or was there equal representation for the Grandmasters and the Great Grandmasters and the Great Grandmasters?
Chase is just now learning that there's all these different Masters divisions within the running world. To answer your question, I do not know because I was not there. I just know it was Masters and a Masters on, okay? Masters and above.
But, yeah, I did not realize there was an entire. That's what Kipchoge's destined for. His next move, Jake, is to take on the Masters circuit and then the Grandmasters circuit.
I mean, he's a Masters runner now.
He is a Masters runner.
He's going to be the fastest Masters runner. So, and then when is Grandmasters 50 plus? I don't know. I don't worry about it till I get there. So, but I'm a ways away. That's another thing that's happened since our podcast was formed. Chase became a Masters runner.
I did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I discovered that there was all these different levels to this retirement community of runners that we have.
And Carolyn is in her 30s now.
I am.
Yeah, we're all grown up.
I know. I know.
I still haven't decided what I want to be when I grow up, but I'll figure it out.
What did you want to be when you were growing up? Like, serious question.
Dinosaur hunter.
Oh, nice. What dinosaurs?
I mean, all of them.
Oh.
Was Jurassic Park, that was a kid movie for you, right? Yeah, like you were probably a teenager or young teen.
Yeah. I was probably around 10. What year did it come out? 94?
Yeah.
So I would have been 10, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I could see that. I could see it. What was there used to be toys that were like the people that would ride the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs had weapons attached to them.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were.
Now, I really wanted to be a reporter because I wanted to be the April O'Neil to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Thought if I became a journalist that I would have an in with superheroes.
That's pretty cool.
I mean,
Lois Lane, April O'Neil, Iris West. I mean, they're.
I have a cheesy answer, but it's true because I actually remember when I had to go up in front of class and talk about what I wanted to be. And it was a Mrs. Dunlop's class, which was second grade, and I wanted to be a dad. And I remember saying that. So that's my cheesy answer, which is true. But I also wanted to be, and this kind of carried with me for a long, long time, outside of wanting to be a runner, which was a real thing for me, like from the age of 9 on, is I wanted to be a Disney artist. Like I wanted to be an artist for Disney. And that was my original major in college, was graphic design, before I changed it to kinesiology. So that was not as cool as a dinosaur hunter, but yeah, a dad and an artist.
Probably would have done better for the Snow White movie if you would have worked on it. But
oh god, 2.1 on Rotten Tomatoes, like CGI Dorbs, like
that's terrible.
I'm still gonna watch it though.
1.8 rating on IMDb earlier today when I looked. Lowest score ever.
Someone posted a meme and said, finally, Dragon Ball Evolution is no longer the lowest score on IMDb. Yeah. They're like, now I have to watch this just to see how it's possible to be worse than that movie.
Oh man.
Oh, that's fun. I'm still gonna watch it though, because
does Israel want to see it?
Yeah, she does, and she won't know that it's bad. Or it honestly, if she knows it's bad, then it's bad. Like,
it's bad.
She's like, "Daddy, let's go. I'm out." I'm like, all right.
Well, the fact that she doesn't have a connection to like the original movie probably helps out a little bit, right?
Yep, exactly. And the reason, I don't know, this has nothing to do with RunTok, just so we know, but we fully acknowledge this. Gal Gadot, who I'm a huge fan of because A, she's freaking hot, B, she's great in the Fast and Furious movies, but apparently she sucked in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And I mean, she's really not that. I like Gal Gadot too. I think she's good at what she does, and I don't think that's necessarily character acting, right?
She was a good Wonder Woman. I thought she was a good Wonder Woman.
She does all right. Wonder Woman. She doesn't have to act. Like that's. I don't think she's character acting when she plays Wonder Woman. She's just playing herself.
Yep.
So, I think good character actors like Johnny Depp. Not everybody has that ability. Tom Cruise doesn't have that ability. That's why he doesn't do it very often, right? How often does Tom Cruise play a character other than Tom Cruise? Not very often.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's just about sticking to what you know you're good at, and I just don't think Gal Gadot's good at that sort of thing.
Not going to disagree. I didn't say it was all about her acting. So she's just, if we have a celebrity crush, she's top 3 for me.
Top 3. Oh.
Yeah. The other one is, it's the girl, and I can't think of her name right now, from Vampire Diaries. And do you know who I'm talking about, Carolyn? Please say you do.
Is it one of the main characters?
Yeah, it's the chick who's dating Shaun White. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Nina? Dobrev?
Yeah, Dubrov, yeah.
Her. So that's
yeah.
number 2. And then number 3 for me, even though she doesn't really do anything anymore, but she's Smallville's, again, going back to superhero stuff, Kristen Krug.
I can respect it.
I've been going through the second season of Reacher. Of course, she's in the first season of Reacher. Sorry, I've been going through the third season of Reacher. She's in the first season of Reacher. But, and I did watch. I'm all caught up on Daredevil after our last episode. You guys told me to go watch it. So.
Yeah, they're on episode 4 now though, and they're going a little slow. I want some Daredevil, man.
Yeah. After that first opening scene, it's just kind of been, yeah.
Well, now you know what I was talking about when I said the first 10 minutes. You're just like, whoa, they did that in the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, the opening scene was great, but ever since then, it's been kind of blah. Not a whole lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. So I love seeing The Punisher, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, running.
Back to running. Yeah, that's right.
By the way, for those of you that are just now tuning in, this is not a movie review or a television review podcast, but we do go off the rails.
We definitely dabble.
Yeah, and Carolyn actually started this one with her Without Limits conversation. So thank you, Carolyn.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, cool, guys. Well, do we want to recap the giveaway one more time before we shut it down tonight?
Yeah. I was looking to see when the first Grand Slam track, I think, is coming up here. The first event in Kingston, Jamaica, I think is not this weekend, but next weekend or something. It's like at the beginning of April. So that's coming up. But yeah, so this is episode 50. So make sure that when you see the episode 50 post on TikTok or Instagram, to like it, tag a friend, and tell us your favorite episode or guest. And we'll be sure to get those gift cards out.
Yep, and we'll get that video and or picture posting up here shortly.
Yeah.
Had to get to work on it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, this has been episode 50 of RunTok Live. Here's to the next 50, at least. 50?
Episode 100 is going to be off the chain.
Oh my. By 50, we're all going to be Masters runners. Like, or by
2 of us already are.
We're
y'all are going to be like grand Masters.
Woof. Man.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's a long time to get to the next 50 episodes.
I know. But please make sure you are subscribed to our Spotify, YouTube, join our Facebook group, follow us on Instagram at RunTok Live. You can email us at runtalklive@gmail.com. Let's see. That should be all the things. We got a lot of things. I'm on TikTok at Carolyn McDuff, and then Instagram at Carolyn M. Levenway. Chase, where can people find you?
Chaser No Pacer, pretty much any platform, even Gmail. chasernopacer@gmail.com.
Same here. The Cultural Runner, all platforms except for X/Twitter, not on there. And Yeah, that's it. That's where you find me.
Awesome. Well, happy 50th, guys. It has been a good one, and we'll see you on episode 51.
50.
No.